at least. It's about 9:30, and we are in the abandoned town of Bodie, California. Super psyched. So what it is it's a good 30 minutes off like the main highway of like bumpy, turny, gravelly roads. And we were fine. We saw little tiny sedans and stuff make it just fine too, so you'll be fine. Okay, so I'm filming this to let you know about the road up to Bodie. It's very bumpy, and it's gravel, but it's not paved. Our SUV is fine. Like, you'd probably be fine, but just so you know, when there are signs saying that the pavement ends, oh my gosh, this is what they mean. But you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere, which is kind of perfect for our whole social distancing thing. There's only a handful of cars here. There's nobody around us right now. So what it is this town that was abandoned. Haven't really learned why yet. I think it was kind of a gold rush town. They found gold here at some point, and then I guess it dried up and everybody left. But so there's several like preserved buildings, and so far you can't really go in them, but you can look in the windows. And like I just went and looked in the church back there, and we got so much more to do. It's all like great, like abandoned porn is what it is. Yeah, so I'm super happy that we're here, and I'll take some good footage and some good pictures to kind of show you around and give you some tips. Hey, so I thought we'd go over a few facts about the town as we look at some of the pictures and video I took. So William Bodie found some gold here in 1859. They then found a lot of gold here in 1876. $32 million in gold and $6 to $7 million in silver came out of this town. So during this time, it was supposedly sort of a lawless, rough and tumble Wild West town where killings occurred on the regular. We're going to talk about a couple of those killings a little later. So by like 1881, the gold sort of dried up. It was first referred to as a ghost town in 1915. And in 1932, a fire burned down all but 5 to 10% of the town. And then in 1962, it became a historic park. All right. So right now we're looking in the window of the morgue in Bodie. As you can see, hopefully you can see, there are coffins in there. Now, I can't guarantee there are the original coffins that were actually just left in there, but maybe. I mean, they're at least old-timey looking coffins. But I'm trying. There you go. Isn't that just the coolest, spookiest, most awesome thing ever? Creepy. I recorded audio for this on site, but the sound quality was pretty bad because of the wind. So about where I'm standing is where Thomas Traylor's murder took place. The first building there is the Deschambault Hotel and Post Office. The next one is the Independent Order of Oddfellows Lodge, and I actually pointed the wrong one here. It's the third one from us there, where they were having a dance, and Thomas walks down this road right here to where I'm standing and is shot by Joseph DeRoche, who was romantically involved with Thomas's wife. All right, so we read a little further, and so we're still at the murder scene. The guy that murdered him was taken to jail, and then he escaped, and then they brought him back, and Then a posse, I guess, broke him out of jail and just hung him like vigilante style at this actual site. So yeah, if there's something haunted in Bodie, I'm thinking it's right along in here somewhere. Hey, so I just wanted to do another video because I'm having such a good time here. The Bodie town is so cool. It's so cool. There's all this abandoned stuff everywhere. We're in the cemetery now, which is a pretty old cemetery for America. I mean, there's people that died in like the mid to a little bit earlier 1800s. That's pretty cool. There's a bunch of like kind of variety of tombstones. There's wooden ones. Some of those I don't know. They were out of brochures, so I don't know who all was buried here when they're not marked. We did find the owner of the store, and he's got a nice big tombstone. That one over there, that big one. It's also windy. It's very pleasant here, by the way. I know it looks really hot, but it's like low 70s probably, and windy. It's super nice. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite cemeteries I've ever been in, and like I said, the tombstones aren't that elaborate, but it's just really cool. I'm just having a good time. Yep. Okay, so while we look at some pics and videos from the ghost town cemetery we're walking around in alone, this is a very proud moment for Spookums, and a few more pics and footage from around town, let's talk about what you need to know to visit Bodie. Okay, so it's $8 a person. They were not taking cash when we got here in August of 2020. You can buy a guide also when you buy your ticket for $3 extra. Definitely get this. It has a self-guided walking tour, which tells you what all the different buildings are, and that really added to the experience for me, so go ahead and get that. Okay, so there was an honor system box to donate a few dollars, like at the gate of the cemetery, for a cemetery brochure. They were out of them when we were here, but I would have liked to have had one. So be prepared to pay a card for your entry, but maybe bring a few dollars for a cemetery brochure. You're going to want to come between like March 8th and October for the summer hours and weather. It's open during the winter, but it has reduced hours, and I read at some points it's only accessible by snowmobile. So definitely check that out. Make sure you know what things are like. They do have decently clean bathrooms close to the parking lot. Definitely bring sunscreen and a hat. I spent the rest of the week at the beach, but this was the only point I got sunburned. Get there early. The park opens at a strict 9 a.m., and if you want the town to feel spooky and abandoned, it's going to be a lot harder if there are a bunch of people here. There was a gift shop open when we got here in August of 2020, but they were only allowing one group in at a time, and you just pointed to what you wanted, and the cashier got it for you. There was hand sanitizer at the counter. I bought a coffee mug and a book, but I know there were magnets and t-shirts also. It was decently nice gift shop. Their selection of magnets was a little lacking. They pretty much all just had one picture on it, and I didn't really like the picture, so that was a little disappointing, but it was still nice. Know what kind of person you are before you come here. There were definitely a few bored kids and an adult that kept repeating, Well, if you've looked inside one abandoned building, you've pretty much seen them all. Yeah, no. But if you feel this way, this might not be for you. So hopefully in this video, I've kind of given you an idea of what you're going to be seeing. So yeah, know what kind of person you are before you come, and don't complain. Hey guys, so that was my Bodhi video. I thought I'd do a little in-person wrap-up here, and I wanted to show you my mug. It's really, really cool. I really like it. And my book, which I also like, but honestly the $3 handout that I suggested you buy probably could have satisfied what I was looking for, so I may not have bought that. Really, the handout kind of gave you the rundown of everything, but oh well. Yeah, so the only other thing I'm kind of stumped on is to like what I should tell you to pair this with, because we kind of went to it in a roundabout way. We were going, we were driving from Texas to almost San Francisco, California. We went through Death Valley, and then we stayed at Mammoth Lakes, and then we went up to Bodie before cutting across the state to go to San Francisco. So I'd say it's worth a 5-hour trip if you're anywhere around. It's a couple of hours from Yosemite, maybe a couple hours from Lake Tahoe. I don't really know what else. I mean, like the big attractions on what you would be like there for anyway if you don't live close by. But I had a super blast there. If you couldn't tell, I think I've said that about 30 times in this video. I just had a good time, and I think it was something that I never really thought that I would be able to do because of its location. And I'm just really glad we got to go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've got probably something on Death Valley. I bought the arch from Home Depot. I'm going to put that together for you guys soon. More store trips. A bunch of stuff. Just if you like Halloween or spooky travel, you're in the right place. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Okay. Bye.